Canadians, is it just me or Halloween isn't what it used to be? Like every year, I get so excited to take my son out because I'm fully convinced that it's going to feel like my childhood again. When we were kids, we would stay out till 8 p.m., 9 p.m. We would literally bring the bags of candy home, get new bags, go back out. We didn't care if it was snowing, raining, sleet. It did not matter. We were going. And the best part was we had good treats. Like, people would give us full-size bars and cans of cola. And it was the best night of our lives. Now kids get tired. They want to be home by 6. People are giving out one fun-sized bar. And there's like absolutely no spirit left. I don't know. Do you guys agree? Because where's the fun?
Honestly, I didn't grow up here in like the West, so we didn't have Halloween back in Nigeria. So I don't really have like a reference for comparison, but I never really noticed a difference in Halloween. Like the kids still love Halloween, always have. It's one of their favorite holidays, actually. The only complaint I would have with Halloween, if you ask me, is why the heck do they make it so late in October when it's already freezing cold? I never understood it because most times when we're going trick-or-treating, I can't wait to get back home. Even the kids also want to get back home, but not because they're bored, but because they're cold. That's usually the issue, at least here in Canada. That's our biggest issue, is that Halloween is way too cold. Typically, way too cold. But let me know down in the comments below, people who grew up in the West, have you noticed like that Halloween is on the decline in the West? Because I can speak to that.
This is my reality. I'm fucking 36 years old. I was in a car accident, suffered a brain injury, and nobody cares. My mom's like, how you gonna pay these bills? And you laying in my house with not paying nothing, and I'm leaving lights on. Yo, I got a brain injury. Nobody cares about you. I realize in life, nobody don't give a fuck about you. Nobody cares about anybody. What can you do for me? And where the fuck is God? Like, I never question God, y'all, but this is crazy, man. I don't get it. Like, why would God want us to suffer? I know we all go through things, but this is crazy. I got 2 huskies. I can't even afford to feed them. Like, this shit crazy, man. I didn't plan on getting in the car accident, hitting my head and suffering a concussion or what. This shit crazy. And now I'm on TikTok talking about it. Because I don't got no friends. Shit sucks, man. Man, if y'all don't see me for a while, man, fuck it. I ain't giving up, but bitch, fuck it. I'm finna redirect, man. I might have to do some whole other shit. I might get bad. It's about to be crazy.
Oh, wait, did you hear that? I might get bad. Now, like, I get it that things are rough and it's rough for everybody, but that is not an excuse to turn to bad things, because when you do bad things, usually you're doing it to someone else, right? Somebody else suffers as a result of the bad things that you do. So just because life is hard for you does not mean that you need to go and then make life bad for someone else. Because I believe in karma, and I believe that what you give is what you get. What you put out there. And one of my avid viewers left a comment that resonates with me very well. And so I believe in that as well, is that like what you put out there into the universe is what you receive. And sometimes in tenfold. So to my brother here, I understand that you're going through a tough time, but that's not an excuse to turn to a life of negative or bad things. I think keep your chin up. And he is right. Nobody cares about you. Maybe unless your mom, right? But in his own case, not even his mom. So I don't really know what to tell him, because my mom cared about me, at least while she was still on earth. But I don't know who else can love you like your mom. But typically nobody cares about you, to be honest. And you came into this world alone. You will leave this world alone. So the way I've programmed myself to be is that I have zero expectation from people. So then that way, if they do something nice for me, then I am pleasantly surprised and appreciative. And if they don't do anything nice for me, then it's still all good. No hard feelings, because I never expected anything from them in the first place. So I'm all for like just grinding and getting results for yourself so that you can take care of yourself and your own. But this is just my own 2 cents. Feel free to disagree or agree down in the comments below. Let's chop it up and talk about it. We're going to dive right into the last clip here. And also I'm going to be linking these videos down in the description below. So be sure to go give these guys, check them out on their TikToks and show them some love, because it takes courage, it takes guts to be able to show vulnerability like this before the eyes of millions. Well, not on my channel, but on their channel. Here it's a couple hundred, and I'm grateful for every one of you guys. Thank you guys so much for continuing to rock with me.
Y'all aren't even the least bit concerned about the next few years? Like, genuinely. You're watching all of this happen and nothing in you is screaming, something's off? Everything is crashing right now. Everything you thought you understood about how life works is being ripped apart in real time. The systems that we grew up trusting, they're not just struggling, they're failing. The economy's on life support. The wages don't touch the cost of living. Industries that held this country together for decades are collapsing overnight. And the craziest part, people are acting like this is just normal. Like the walls are cracking around us and people are debating the colors of the paint. We were raised to believe if you worked hard, you stayed loyal and played by the rules, that you'd be okay. But that dream, it doesn't even exist anymore. People are working themselves into the ground and still can't afford a life worth living. Politics have turned into bad theater. A handful of corporations basically run everything now. And they're not exactly struggling. And somehow the general vibe is just numb. Like, as long as the Wi-Fi still works, nobody wants to look up and admit that this isn't sustainable. At some point, we've got to stop pretending everything's fine, because the people in charge already know it's not. They're just hoping you're too distracted to do anything about it.
Isn't that the truth right there? And you know the part that really gets me? And I wonder why this is even okay. But you know how in the US they have like the government, and then they're on break right now because they kind of agree with each other. And so as a result of which, then the people don't get paid, the government workers don't get paid. But then apparently the congressmen, they still get paid. I mean, like, I make it make sense, because how is it that like the people responsible for the government shutdown still get paid, but then the people that they didn't have anything to do with this shutdown, they are the ones suffering the fallout. So it makes no sense, and that's all you need to know that like this is a rigged system, in my opinion. Just yesterday, I reacted to a single mother of 4 working 3 jobs, one of them as a 911 dispatcher. So actually, like, very critical work that she's doing, and still struggling to make ends meet, because 3 jobs isn't enough anymore, especially when you have 4 kids. Now, granted, these might have been self-inflicted injuries, but all the same, right? Like, she's working 3 jobs. She should be able to get ahead. So it shows you that like our money is not going as far as it used to go. And then people, we just keep going on with it because, you know, what are we going to do, right? Most people have families. They need to take care of their families, and people just got to do what they got to do, myself included. So essentially, they have us by the balls. And I don't really know what it's going to take to get their hands off of our nutsacks. Pardon my French. Well, y'all let me know down in the comments below any suggestions, any ideas, like what can people do really to break the shackles, because definitely there are some invisible shackles that people have around them that we don't even realize that we have, but it's a real thing. To be honest, it's a real thing. This whole system, it seems like it's designed in a way that it just keeps you running on that hamster wheel indefinitely. At least that's how it seems to me and to most people out there. And so even if you're grinding and making ends meet and even getting ahead, like a lot of people are still getting ahead, it doesn't mean that you can't still talk about this and help out your fellow neighbors who might not be getting ahead, who might not be as lucky as you. It's still good to keep speaking about this so that they too can get the fair chance that they deserve to have a good life here on earth. Be sure to smash that like, smash that subscribe, and until next time, peace.